Imagine a world where the next big scientific breakthrough doesn't come from a person in a lab, but from an AI? Now, that might sound like something straight out of science fiction, but it's a lot closer than you think. Today, we're looking at the dawn of the autonomous scientist.
And let's just jump right in with this quote because, wow, leading researchers are saying that in just 5 years or so, AI won't just be solving problems we hand it, it'll start proposing its own ideas to study. That completely changes the game, right? We're talking about AI shifting from being a tool to being the one that sparks new research.
So yeah, this is a massive leap we're talking about. It's not just about AI helping scientists to, write papers or crunch data anymore. The prediction is that AI is right on the verge of becoming the actual source of the big questions that drive science forward, the originator, not just the assistant. Okay, but how do we get there? For an AI to start dreaming up its own new ideas, it has to get incredibly good at the science we're already doing. So, before we get too far into that 5-year prediction, let's take a look at the wild impact AI is having on research, like right now.
And the numbers, they're pretty staggering. Just look at this. Scientists who are using AI aren't just publishing a little bit more, they're putting out over 3 times as many papers. And their work, it's getting way more attention, earning nearly 5 times the citations. This isn't just a small boost. It's like putting the entire scientific process into hyperdrive. But of course, there's a catch. This boom is a bit of a double-edged sword. The same AI that helps create fantastic-looking papers can also be used to polish up some pretty weak science, making it way harder for the peer review system to catch major flaws. And that system, well, it's the foundation of all science.
And make no mistake, this is not some niche thing. It's already everywhere. Research found that at least 13% of biomedical abstracts just this year show signs of being written with help from a large language model. Yep, the same kind of tech behind things like ChatGPT. And the trend doesn't just stop with the papers themselves. It's also seeping into how they're judged. At some of the biggest AI conferences, it turns out about 16% of the peer reviews are also being written with some AI assistance.
This is where it starts to get a little bit mind-bending. As researcher Robert West puts it, you could end up in this completely closed loop. You've got an AI writing a paper, another AI reviewing it, and then a person asks a third AI to summarize it all. At some point you have to ask, where are the humans in this chain of knowledge?
And we've talked a lot about writing, but this goes so far beyond that. We're talking about Nobel Prize-winning breakthroughs already, like what AlphaFold did for understanding proteins. And the investment is just massive, from private companies to huge government projects, all trying to automate the entire scientific workflow.
So, when you put it all together, the huge productivity gains, the incredible breakthroughs, all the money pouring in, it leads you to this one pretty scary question. Are we heading toward a future where the human scientist just isn't needed anymore?
Well, not so fast. Before we go and declare the human scientist extinct, we've got to look at the other side of the argument. A lot of experts are pushing back, saying that for all its raw power, AI is still missing some key ingredients of science that are, well, uniquely human.
I love this quote from philosopher Alessandra Bucella. She makes the point that real discovery isn't just about data. It's a deeply human social process, built up over generations. And that's such a powerful idea, right? Science isn't just a set of rules. It's a culture, a tradition built on stuff like curiosity and intellectual honesty.
And this really nails the core tension, I think. AI's strength is analyzing what we already know at a speed that's just breathtaking. But humanity's edge, our special sauce, it's generating truly new knowledge. The kind that comes from a sudden spark of curiosity, a weird perspective, or just a good old-fashioned debate. So all of this brings us to the final and maybe the most profound part of this puzzle. The whole conversation is starting to shift from what AI can do to what it should do.
We're kind of moving past asking if an AI can do science. It seems like it can. The much bigger, more urgent question is becoming, if it can do science, what kind of science will it do? What problems is it going to choose to solve? And that's really a question of aligning its goals with our values.
And we'll leave you with this final thought, again from Robert West. He says one of the hardest things in science is just knowing which questions are even worth asking. So as we build these autonomous scientists, the ultimate challenge might not be in the code, it might be in our ability to guide them. Because who gets to decide what's important?